Hey everybody, this is Luke Scheckman, Team Exos, bringing you the third installment of the Kickstarter program. Day one was upper body push, lower body pull. Day two was upper body pull, lower body push. And day three, here we are. This is going to be a little bit of total body, okay? So, what I want to do first is pillar prep, and I'd love it if you guys would just follow along, all right? We're going to start in our all fours position, just like this. And whenever we're like this, the first thing that we want to check is that our joints are stacked, okay? So what that means, shoulder, elbow, wrist, all in a line, hips over knees, all in a line, okay? We're going to start off with a little bit of thoracic flexion, and then we're going to go to extension. So what I want you to do first, drop your head, roll your tailbone, arch your back. Let your head hang heavy and try to develop that space in between your scapula. Hold for a second or two and then switch. Lift the head, lift the tailbone, squeeze the elbows in towards your body and extend the neck. Squeeze those scapula down towards the spine as well. Let's go through this 3 times, okay? Dropping, arching and rolling. And lifting and squeezing in towards the midline. Good. One more, please. Very nice. From this position, I want you guys to push back to a downward facing dog. Whenever we do this, we want to drop our heads. Really what you're looking for is your biceps over your ears, or at least, running in the same line. And we are pushing those hips back towards the back of the room and looking for that stretch, hamstrings, calves. Once you're here, I want you guys just to pedal out a little bit, like this, side to side. If you want to, you can kind of move your hips a little bit as well. What you want to do is you really want to, try to derive a stretch from that position with a straight leg, with a bent leg. We've all been sitting a little bit more than we normally do, so should feel good, and we want to try and get a little bit of that tightness out before we actually start moving dynamically. So you want to do that for about 30 seconds or 45. If it feels good, go for 45. From that position, from our downward dog, we are going to be here. And I want you to start walking those hands back towards your feet, keeping your legs as straight as possible. If it's, we don't want anyone pulling anything, and we don't want you to be ultra rigid, but slowly we are bringing ourselves up, one vertebrae at a time. Your head is the last thing to rise. Well, not actually, because after that, we are lifting our arms up to the ceiling, reaching nice and high, keeping our belly button engaged. Maybe we can get a little bit of hyperextension in the back. And then we are diving back down to the floor, walking forward, nice and controlled to our perfect high plank position, and bringing it back. Let's go for 3 of those. This is 2. Big stretch, making yourself tall, and then diving down. Last one. And great. From here, what I want you to do, we are going to go into our backward lunge, looking for our 90-degree angles, just like this. I want you to take the opposite hand of the leg that's forward. We're going to reach across, and then we're going to open up that chest to the opposite wall. Looking for that little bit of thoracic rotation and then extension in the pec. Bringing it back, stepping forward, then dropping back with the other side, reach and stretch. Good. And bringing it back. Let's go for 3 of those on each side, okay? Whenever we're doing these, you can keep going while I'm talking. But whenever we're doing those, we are looking for 90-degree angles. Don't touch your knee to the ground. We want it hovering. And we just want you to take your time. We want you to get comfortable moving those limbs away from the body. Good. As soon as you're finished with that, we're going to stand up nice and straight. We're going to go into a drop lunge, which is when you take one leg and you bring it directly behind the other one, sort of like a curtsy, okay? But when you do this, you want those hips straight forward, just like that, like you have two flashlights that are going to point directly ahead. Okay, we're here. Bring yourself up. Go directly into a knee hug. Nice and high, chest is out. Then I want you to reach down with the opposite hand, grab the foot, and give yourself a little bit of internal rotation. And release. Go to the other side. We are bringing that leg behind, hips are forward, chest is proud. Bringing it back up. You can touch in the middle to gain balance again. Grab the knee, squeeze it up. Chest proud, reach down. Internal rotation. Release, back to the floor. We're going to go for 3 of those, okay? As I'm doing this, guys, you can feel free to pause it and, kind of practice a little bit. If these movements, feel interesting or really good to you, and I say do 3, and you say, I want to do 5 or 6, that's fine. Just pause the video, okay? Finally, what we're going to go into, a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more to kind of wake your brain up, a little bit more neurostimulation, okay? We are going into our drop squat, which means what we do, all the way up, nice and high, and when I clap, boom, we are right down into our drop squat position. Glutes are out, arms are down by your sides, chest is open, head is neutral. Okay? So, let's go for 2 of those. Everybody up, up, up. And drop. Good. I can't see you, but I'm hoping for good things. 1 more. All the way up, as high as you can, and drop. Right down to the ground. Okay? Hips are back. Shoulders are back, chest is open. I want to add something though. We're going to add in a little bit of an explosive element here, okay? So, we're going to go up, up, up. I will clap. Boom, we're down. And as soon as we go into our drop squat, boom, we are up. I want you to explode upward, okay? I'm not going to give you any kind of order to do it. We are up, I clap, you drop. As soon as you hit, bang, you're right back up, all right? So, 3 of these. Up, up, up. And good. 2 more. Bring it up. And up. That clap was horrible. What are you going to do? Last one. Arms up. Nice and tall. Best one. And go. Beautiful. Good job. Okay. Now, everybody grab a sip of water. Everybody get a little hydrated. I want to go through our first strength block, and it's a little long. It is going to be total body, so it consists of a few more exercises. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain them all. I'm going to tell you how many repetitions, and essentially what we're focusing on. And then when we do, you can pause it, and you can go through 2 to 3 sets of all of them on your own. Okay? So, seeing as this is our first week of the Kickstarter program, we are focusing a little bit more on eccentric movements, okay? So, all of these exercises will have essentially a count that goes with them. Not repetitions, but a count that you're going to do in your head as you go through the negative, okay? First exercise, we have squat to chair. Here's my chair. What I want us to do, we are going to line up, feet, pretty much where the legs of the chair are, at least for me. Shoulder width, hips width, shoulder width, belly button in. We are dropping. 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, touch, and up. 3, 2, 1, touch, and up. 8 repetitions of that, okay? Squats to the chair, explode upward. Second exercise, you're going to need a little piece of resistance
We have all kinds of stuff here, but we also know that not everybody spends their time buying up gym equipment for potential lockdowns. So really anything that you can use, water bottle works, that's what you should use. We are going to drop into our drop squat, just like this. Now, split squat, I'm sorry. My knee is not down here. We're gonna make it a little bit harder in that way. I got my water, it's right above my deltoid. We push it up. My bicep covers my ear. 3, 2, 1, boom. 5 on each side, okay? So that's 3 on the negative, and then we bring it on up, okay? Both sides. That's exercise 2. Exercise 3. Take that same piece of resistance. We are doing our one-legged RDL contralaterally. So I am posting up on my right, stomach is in, shoulders are back. I am leading with the opposite heel, and we lift the heel. And I am dropping down, my chest is out. I am looking for a stretch from my hamstring up to my glute, like that. Now I held that for a lot longer than I should have, just because I was trying to show you guys, okay? Once again, 3 seconds, 5 repetitions. Right here, 3, 2, 1, boom, just like that. These eccentrics are great because they really give you a chance to get a feel for what this movement is supposed to feel like, okay? And like I said before, you guys actually should be pausing this, especially when you start the circuit, and yeah, you can do it as much as you want. So, one-legged RDL, 3, 2, 1, up. Both sides, 5 repetitions. Then, we are going to bring it down to the ground, just like this. I want you nice and flat. Whatever piece of resistance you've been using, we are going to hold it right above our chest, like that. Whenever we're in this position, guys, you really want to focus on driving your spine in towards the ground, okay? You want everything nice and flat, okay? We're right here. 3, 2, 1. Hopefully you feel the stretch in your rib cage and your stomach. Up. Let's go for 10 of these, okay? This is going to be a little bit longer of a set. 3, 2, 1, and up. That was exercise number 4. Our final exercise. You don't have to go anywhere. We are here. We are up in our lateral pillar bridge, like so, like everything else. We are stacked, shoulder, elbow. If you'd like, you can take that top leg, create a kickstand just like so, because it's a little bit more the quality of the movement, and this right here might be a little hard for people. But arm is up like this. We are dropping it down. 3, 2, 1, touch, and then right back up, okay? 3, 2, 1, touch, and right back up. It's just like a rear delt extension, all right? That's going to be for 5 reps on each side. So, as I've been saying throughout, what you probably want to do, you've now got your 5 exercises. You can choose to do either 2 sets or 3 sets of those exercises. It's up to you. You can always go back, take a look at what I was saying, take a look at the little cueing points. Yeah, this video is yours. So, 2 to 3 sets of that, pause, and then come on back, and we have a little bit of ESD to do at the end. Okay, so I'm assuming you paused, you've gone off, you're a bit sweaty and tired, and feeling productive and good about yourself. Good, that's the way you're supposed to feel. But we have a little bit of ESD at the very end to get your pulses up, all right? Seeing as it is total body day, we're going to try and mix things up and give you guys some different recipes to bring a metabolic element into these workouts. So we're going with descending reps today, and we're going to do 2 sets. Your reps are going to be 10, 8, 6. You have 2 exercises. Okay, let me explain. So your first exercise is a squat jump. You're here, dropping down, giving me that little jump, landing soft. Okay? That's going to be 10 reps. Then, bring yourself down to your high plank position, and we're going to go right in to our plank running. Belly button in, utilizing our knees. 20 all together. Okay, so that's 10 on each side. Those are your 2 exercises. 10, 8, 6. Time yourself. Rest for a minute. 10, 8, 6. Maybe you're finished. Maybe you want to do a third time. I don't know. I'm hoping that lots of different people at lots of different levels are going to be watching this. Last thing. So, just to give you a cueing point, on that plank running, something that I've noticed over the years is that if you're doing this movement, and if your shirt starts to come up over your head, you need to bring your back down flat, okay? Engage your stomach, bring your back down to flat, make sure that those joints are stacked, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and yeah, that's about it. All right, so I hope that you guys enjoy the pillar prep. I hope you learned something. I hope that our strength block challenges you, but once you're finished with it, you feel accomplished. And again, like you've learned something. And I hope that our final little bit of ESD gets you nice and sweaty. I'm Luke. I hope you enjoyed this. We cannot turn the lights on in this room right now for, I don't know, some reason. But I hope you can see me. Hope you can definitely hear me. And I hope that this does the job. Thanks, guys.